Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-October 2017. This is going to feel a little bit heavy, okay? And I feel like you might need to hear it, but I'm sensing that it might be a little bit heavy. First of all, this is a really, really interesting year. It's a universal number 1 year, 2017. And a number 1 year compels us, propels us to do things differently. And I also feel like it brings a lot of opportunities. If we're open-minded, if we're a little bit more adventurous, it's a great year to get things started. It's a great year to induce change. But I feel as well, a lot of people are ill-prepared for this year because it's a starting over, it's a reset button. And a lot of the times the energy feels so fast and swift and so accelerated that it catches us unaware. It makes us feel like we have to quicken our pace, quicken our step in order to get where we need to be, in order to stay ahead of the energy. So if we are somebody, for you guys, if you have a lot of water in you, if you have a lot of water and you're very sentimental and you're a little bit more about, sentimental ties, sentimental, just if you have that sentimental ties to people, objects, and things that you can't really get rid of, it's going to be hard because it requires you to shed your emotional past and move on, okay? And that's challenging. If you have a lot of fire in you, I feel like money management might not have been a good, you might not have kept good bookkeeping, or you might not have been good about managing your finances, and that situation can get out of control. If you have a lot of earth in you, you're resistant to change, you're resistant to moving on, you're not fast enough to grab these opportunities. And then if you have a lot of air in you, I feel like you're on the right page, okay? You're on the right vibration when it comes to being a little bit more adventurous, breaking yourself out of your skin. Not only that, I feel like you have the strategy laid out as well as the ability to follow through. So if you have that fire mixture Sagittarius with a lot of air sign in your chart, I feel that you're on the right page, you're in the right place at the right time. Okay, so it's like being versatile, being very fast on your feet, being nimble is really going to be tremendously helpful for you for this year. So I feel like we are dealing with different Sagittarius and a broad spectrum of where you are right now and where you need to be. Some of you are already where you need to be, ahead of the game. And those of you who are ahead of the game, we have a lot of opportunities, new career opportunities coming in. And this is going to be from now until the next 7 months. Okay, so from now until 2018. And I feel like you might even be inundated with a lot of options, and automatically your mind is like, I want something new, I want something that is exciting, that is novel, that is new, and that's fine. But you also want to think about, what's stable as well. Okay, the new thing, is it fun and exciting and stable, or is it just fun and exciting? So really think about that. I'm also sensing for others of you, finances, it's like money slipping through your fingers, and you're still in this very foggy state of mind where you're not really sure how much is leaving your hands. You're not really sure. It's almost like you're not keeping on top of your finances. Money is just slipping through your fingers, and it doesn't have to happen like that. So you need to put a stop to it, okay? Whatever that means for you guys, you need to put a stop to it. And then I'm also seeing as well a relationship that drains you emotionally, financially. It drains you. So you really need to examine this relationship. And I feel like for many of you, parent-child relationship. And then for others, this is I'm sensing like, well, they keep saying parent-child relationship. So it's like you and a child, or you and a parent. And you need to draw some very clear boundaries, okay? You need to draw clear boundaries. because on the one hand, it's family. We love to take care of family. We need to take care of family in certain situations. But if it is perpetually draining your finances, it's an enabling relationship. So you need to put a stop to it. We are heading towards, an ending cycle when it comes to your Saturn in Sagittarius, that made you feel that life was, really kicking your butt the past 3 years. There isn't another way to explain it. It forced you to do things you didn't want to do. It forced you to grow up. It forced you to be a lot more methodical. And I feel like you had to look at things under a microscope. And you don't like that. You don't like the minute details. You're a big picture, grand picture oriented type of a sign. And so when you had to do things where you had to look at things in a very tedious manner, where you had to like skim through, and like really look at things in fine details, it aggravated you. But you had to do it. And for those of you who had to do it and you just sucked it up and you did it, you don't have to do it anymore, because I feel like this, weight kind of like lifting off your chest. And then for others who have been avoiding it, you still need to do it. And you're going to have to, spend some time to do it from now until the end of the year. So don't procrastinate anymore. Just do it, okay? I'm also sensing as well, we have some really good blessings coming for you guys, career-wise. But I feel like the status quo is not working anymore. Get yourself into a new location, okay? Especially for Sagittarius rising, some of you. I feel like Sagittarius rising, you feel this energy, you know what you need to do, but you procrastinate. And a lot of it has to do with get yourself to a new situation. You might like a new environment, a change of scenery, a new location. I'm sensing West Coast. For many of you in the United States, I'm sensing a more coastal environment, temperate region, temperate weather, where there isn't extreme heat, where there isn't extreme snow. I feel like it's just going to be vibrationally very, very good for you. So try to do that. You have, I feel like, from now until, the December timeframe to make this next move, and it's going to be really good. And it's going to be good for your health. It's going to be opening up a wider network of friends for you guys, okay? So if you have Sagittarius rising and you've been like stuck and you're just like, I don't know what I want to do, and I see a lot of flip-flopping, and it's like, enough's enough. Just do it, okay? Just get yourself out of where you are. Put yourself in a new environment, because I feel like finances is not really the problem. I just feel like you're stuck in the past. You're living in a time capsule. Nothing's really happening. And you can't afford this move, but you don't do it for whatever reason. So do it. It's just do it, get it done and over with. And, come January, you're going to be so happy, okay? January is a really good breakthrough month for many of you. So whatever needs to be done, just get it done. January brings in a new year. It brings in new energy. It's going to be a lot calmer. But it's only going to be calm if you spend the time to take care of things that you need to take care of right now. And then January will be smooth sailing. It's going to be a lot calmer. You're going to feel a lot less anxious, okay? Money will pick up. And so don't procrastinate. Do things now. Whatever it is that really irks you, like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's such a hassle. It requires sorting through all of these applications, or it requires gathering all of these information, and I don't know where I left these, paperwork. I don't know where I left these documents. So you're going through this process and you're like making it a lot bigger than it is. In your head, it's already tangled up. And the reality is, it's not really that bad. It's going to take, 4 or 5 hours. But in your head, you're just like, mentally, you're making it a lot worse than it is. So don't do that to yourself, okay? Get things sorted out and vow to yourself to be a little bit organized when it comes to bookkeeping, so that you don't have this problem in the future, okay? You have some good things, Sagittarius, but, the next, we are in October, the next 3 months, It's about tying up loose ends. It's about, you know, getting your financial situation sorted out as well. So the energy is very similar to the Scorpio reading I just did, but with them it's more money. With you it's more like your psyche. It's more like your psyche needs to change. Don't make, you know, like the Jupiter energy. Jupiter is about expansion, it's about exaggeration. So a lot of the time you see this one little problem and you're smart enough to know that it could be a lot more complicated than what we're seeing on the surface. But at the same time, it might not be. So already in your head, you're making it worse than it is by thinking it could be like this, it could be like this, it could be, you know, a myriad of ways. And then you scare yourself. You end up scaring yourself. And then you don't tackle the problem. And then the longer you wait, the worse it gets, right? So take care of some things. Don't procrastinate, okay? Things will be okay. But I feel like you need to take action here, all right? I hope the reading is helpful. Please don't fret. I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Somebody out there needs to hear this. So I wish you all the best. I'll be back for your November reading, okay? Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.